At the exhibition. A short romantic story. Written by Misha Quinn. Copyrights by Misha Quinn, 2023. All right reserved. All names, characters, heroes, and places are fictitious. At the exhibition. The exhibition of paintings was exceptional in the beauty of the world-famous artist's paintings. Landscapes of hitherto unknown planets surrounded the viewers, looming over them from all sides and enveloping them with mystery. The magical colors of these unearthly worlds seemed to flow from the paintings directly into people's hearts. The visitors strolled around the pavilion, mesmerized by the ethereal beauty of the artist's work. It seemed unbelievable that a man who had never even left his rural neighborhood could create such beauty through the power of his imagination alone. Only one young woman did not gaze into the paintings. She was not interested in them. Lana, the young woman's name, was sitting on one of the cube-shaped couches that made up the seating group in the middle of the exhibition hall. She had come to this exhibit hoping to see if her love had a future. For some reason, Lana knew that Serge, her love, left in the crowd of exhibition visitors somewhere at the beginning of this gallery of several small rooms, would soon pass her by. He would pass, talking to another woman who had almost separated them. The young woman sat, proudly straightening her back, her eyes half closed, waiting to decide her fate. Thoughts raced through her mind about how much attention she could pay to that other woman when she, sitting here in the loneliness created by herself, longed for the gaze and warmth of her beloved man's hands and lips. People sauntered around the young woman, circling one of the pictures around the room's perimeter, and Lana sat on the cube, stretching out her long, slender legs. Her fingers were clasped tightly together, and only that and her straight back gave away her inner tension. Lana's face seemed perfectly calm. A small, elegant handbag rested in the young woman's lap. The thin strap of the purse slipped off her shoulder, and she lay on the sofa seat next to Lana. But the young woman didn't seem to notice that. She was indifferent to what was going on with her purse. She didn't care what she looked like right now. Lana was waiting for the moment that would decide everything in her destiny. She waited for the touch of her lover's hand, his caress, his gaze. Suddenly Lana felt with her whole body that Serge was behind her. First, a wave of warmth went through her body, then, a slight shiver made her skin shrink like a cold breeze blowing. It seemed as if she should be the first to turn around and look at him. But no. Lana thought she wouldn't agree to trade her feelings for Serge for the mere politeness of a chance encounter. There was nothing casual about it. That's it, stop pretending that I continue to need their company and intellectual conversation. The thought burning Lana for all those passive minutes pierced her mind again. She never turned around at his voice. Only the woman's frail shoulders tensed even more. She seemed to have become all ears. Her head was lowered and slightly tilted down as if she could hear her beloved's footsteps and his voice better. She knew that now everything in her life would be decided, her love, passion, and destiny. And then Lana felt like a slight electric shock went through her body. The man touched her shoulder. He touched it very lightly, but it was enough for Lana to know, it was him, Serge. He touched her for the first time in all his time in this gallery. When they met at the entrance to the art show, he was with that woman. He knew that Lana still hadn't forgiven him for devoting so much time to his new companion, his new business companion, a beautiful and sophisticated woman whom Lana immediately hated. Lana saw this beautiful woman, not as a business partner but as a rival. And none of Serge's assurances that there was nothing between him and that woman, except communication on business matters, suited Lana. Her jealousy was blind and deaf to everything Serge told her. Serge touched her shoulder. His hand gently slid further down Lana's forearm below to her elbow. The young woman leaned back, almost rested her hands on the back of her cube, and looked straight into his eyes from below. Serge walked around her, ran his arm around Lana's shoulders, and stood before her. Then he slowly lowered himself to one knee. The man looked his woman in the eyes without looking away. Lana reached out her hands to him, gently ran her fingers through his thick hair, touched his smoothly shaven cheeks, and lightly touched the index finger of her right hand to his lips. Serge tried to touch her lips and fingers, but she wouldn't let him. No, not now. Lana leaned toward him, pulled his head to her chest, and buried both hands and fingers in his thick, soft hair. Serge sighed intermittently and wrapped both arms around her waist. He hid his face on her chest, pressing her body against his as if he never wanted to let her go any further than the embrace of his arms. Their figures, merged in a sensual embrace in the middle of the darkened exhibition hall, gave the impression of statues by a sculptor who had created the appearance of the reborn love of two long-departed hearts. The former male companion, a young, smartly dressed, attractive woman, watched Serge and Lana. She stood behind the pair of lovers for a while longer, then, with a sigh, turned away and slowly walked on. It all became clear to her. Her exceptional beauty and intelligence didn't help keep Serge around. He didn't need her anymore. He needed this earthly woman, who embraced her lover, who bowed before her in recognition of their love. The end. If you like this story, you may also like my other short romantic stories. One Day in Montreux, 2021. Women's Secrets, 2021. Proposal at the Pond, 2022. A Mermaid and a Man, 2022. Julia and Mountains, 2022. Meeting in Paris, January 2023. At the Exhibition, March 2023. With best regards, Misha Quinn. Please, like my video and comment on it. In addition, you may review and rate by stars my stories on the online bookstores worldwide and on Goodreads. Thank you. Find all about Misha Quinn's books on the author's website. http://www.mishaquinn.com